Travis, just, oh my Lord. What a blast from the past. Dude, so good to see you. Love to Brittany, and hello everybody. Man, I'm so excited to see so many beautiful faces from all over the world. Welcome. These are exciting times. These are uncharted times. It was just a few short years ago where I was exactly the position you're in right now. As my company that I started called 7.2, which is where the majority of the products you'll learn about tonight came from, merged with Seacret, just as you are doing now. And again, Travis, it has been, just the day I talked to you when I found out that you guys were coming aboard and we were going to lock arms again. It's I know for those of you who have been in and around network marketing, if they may have been in more than one company, for a variety of different reasons. You meet certain people along the way. Travis and I were never in each other's teams, never made a cent off of each other, but worked back to back because, as we know in this industry, the name on the front of the jersey is more important than the name on the back. And he has helped me so many different ways. And just seeing so many different familiar faces from the journey of network marketing that have landed in World Ventures and now coming back together. It's phenomenal. The analogy I used with another group from your company we talked before, it's just like playing college ball with somebody and just always building that doing battle and forming that camaraderie, and then going pro, and then we're playing on different teams and going in and out of running into each other at hotels and dueling meetings and presentations and for different companies as the journey goes, only to be traded or acquired or come back on the same team again. It's just going to be a blast. So I'm excited about everybody on this call, everybody you're going to share with this Zoom with, getting the information that they need to make them feel and know from the bottom of their heart that they're in the right place and this is the right time. So I'm going to tell you from the bottom of my heart, you guys were built for what we have here. And I want to share with you a little bit about that. I'll give you a little bit about my journey so you can kind of maybe say, why should I even listen to this guy outside of Travis likes him? Network marketing is in my blood, although I do and have run this natural healthcare center, this huge center called the Cohn Health Institute in Southern California, where I'm coming at you today from. The goal here at our center is to show people how smart their body is, how it's designed to heal itself, and if it's not, why not? And for the last 3 decades now, it's our 30th year. We've had a waiting list to get in here for over 25 years. People come here from around the world. And nutrition is one of the biggest parts of what we do with people. We show people their physical health, their nutritional health, and emotional health, and how to take it to that next level. In doing that, that's where I learned about this industry called network marketing, because one of the tenets of natural alternative healthcare is helping people get their power back. The only time we ever get sick, the only time we ever have a problem with our health is we give our power up to someone or something. Well, in our industry or in the financial world, we do the same exact thing. We're trading time for money, so we're helping build someone else's dream. And network marketing has always been the thing that has shown people that they can have anything they want if they're willing to put in the work and they're willing to put in the time to educate themselves. And it is a big part of my heart, my soul. I still believe to this day that it is the last piece of free enterprise left, not just in the United States, but around the world, where the person who's going to vacuum the rug in this office here tonight can own a building twice the size of it. And no other industry levels the playing field like the industry that we are in. Now, I will tell you, I do have a strong bias to the nutrition side of the network marketing industry, only because seeing what it's done over decades and seeing the difference it makes, but more importantly, seeing what happens to people like Travis had talked about when they lose their health. It is the most underappreciated thing in the world. I've had billionaires with a B, on my table, in my office, willing to trade every penny they have to get their health back. These people have traveled the world. They've done all kinds of things, but there's a lot of life left in them, and they're watching the life go out of them. And all the things that are available in the world, there is nothing that you can do for somebody like help them get their health back once they lost it. The problem is that we don't know that it's going when it's going until it's gone. You know, most people, half of America will die of a heart attack. Their first symptom, death, a fatal heart attack. So if you're waiting for something to happen, it's really a bad plan. A tumor could grow in a woman's breast for 8 years before it's visible on a mammogram. For 8 years, she's growing something in her that may potentially kill her. For 8 years, her doctor says she's fine. So in China, they say, don't wait till you're thirsty to dig a well. It's a lot easier to stay well than it is to have to get well. So everything we have here, what we call our Life by Seacret line here, is with all of that in mind. Now, you know, if you've been in this industry for a little bit, especially with the three-letter agencies that are always chomping at us all the time to make sure we don't say anything that's not outside the lines, making us feel like even in a service industry like travel, like knowing that you always had one hand tied behind your back as far as what you can claim, what you can say, what you can promote. I will tell you straight up, because I only know the honest way. Well, when you sell nutrition, yeah, two hands tied behind your back and one leg, meaning like there is nothing more tighter than the rules around what you can and what you cannot say about nutrition. Now, if you're in my office and you were a client or a patient here, we'd be able to say more things than we're going to say, let's say tonight, only because someone's always listening. So I will tell you, I must do this every single call we do. Disclaimer, although the products I'm going to show you are going to be life-changing products for you and your family and your friends and everyone you'll ever meet, and people will thank you in their prayers at night because of what you shared with them. We must say that these products are not designed to cure or treat any disease or symptom. You must talk to your doctor, your healthcare practitioner before using any nutrition product, all that kind of stuff. But the reality is that these products that I'm going to share with you now are the culmination of what I believe and what my experience has been in after 3 decades of seeing people from the sickest of sick to world-class athletes looking for better skills and their abilities in their given endeavor, and everything that can happen to a human being's health in between. That is the genesis of what's creating these products that you have. Now, if you've been in a nutrition company before in this industry, you know that there's a lot of people in the game, but there's not a lot of great stuff in the game. And what I always wanted to do when this line was created was to create products that you never had to apologize for, never had to make a story up about an ingredient or why something was the way it was. My mentors in this industry told me, and that was the philosophy that we have here, is our only competition is ignorance. Once you learn what these products are, once you learn what they can do, once you learn how simple they are, once you learn how cost effective they are, once you learn how it's really designed for everybody age 2 to 92 and everyone in between and all of that kind of stuff, you're going to realize that you are armed and dangerous to actually do anything you want in this industry with these products. I will tell you from the bottom of my heart, I'm here to help every single person like you're the person I just signed up today, because everybody and anybody and everybody is important to me in this company. I am here on a mission to show people that their body can do wondrous things. They just don't know, and they've never been shown. And these products are a catalyst of that. In my office here, I have over 2,000 different nutritional products from 100 plus companies from around the world. Again, always wanted to make sure we had exactly what somebody needs to help their health, no matter what they had going on. These products that I'm going to share with you now, these handful of products, are really the goal and the philosophy of, if I could just get people to do a handful of things, what would change the course of their life that would make it so they would never have to end up in an office like mine or any office like it. And that's what you have. That's what's coming your way. As we say, the only sale to make is to yourself. We are not in the game of selling products. We're in the game of sharing our experience of what happens to us once we use these products. Because once you have them in you will not be able to shut up about them. People are going to see you looking different, acting different, feeling different, vibrating different. Your family will notice. Everyone's going to notice. So that's what you have here. Now, again, welcome. So just like Travis had talked to you about, my beginning in this industry started with our good friend Marcus Setter, side by side, building a dynasty in what became one of the most famous companies in this industry. After that, went to a company where I had the good pleasure of meeting Travis Just, and we really went out and made a difference in people's lives and had some great mentorship over there. Travis went his way. I went my way. We actually started a company 9-10 years ago called 7.2. You may or may not have heard of it. We did quite well. We're in 14 different countries around the world, making a massive difference in people's health. Wanted to take it to the next level. Was not partnered with the right people at that time that had that vision. And after many prayers and putting it out there to the world, I got a chance to meet Isaac Ben Shabbat, who some of you may have met or seen or at least gotten a video from or something. If you haven't, I would go watch something on YouTube tonight, right when we get off. But Isaac is the difference. You know, everything, you know, rises and falls on leadership. You got the greatest product in the world, but if the wrong person's steering the ship, they can steer it right into an iceberg. So I wanted to make sure that we had somebody that was people first, that was family first, that was creating a home and network marketing, and realized that they treated the brand new person like as well, if not better, actually better than the person who's been around forever. Didn't matter if they were making millions of dollars with this company or they've made no dollars in this company. They were just as important. Someone who practices service leadership and is willing to actually serve dinner to you. The first time I came here with our group from 7.2, Isaac and the execs in this company served us dinner in his house, and they waited on us. I have not seen that. I know Travis has it in any company, anywhere in this industry. So you have that right now. You are joining that. You are bringing the greatness here, and I've been prepping the people at Seacret that they've seen nothing yet. The reputation of World Ventures and the people in it has been nothing but stellar in this industry. And I was very strongly reminding Seacret that the biggest money earners, even though they got some big ones, have not signed up yet. And I do believe many of them are on here right now. The biggest money earners in this company, I don't think have tried any of these products yet. So I'm excited for all of you and where we're going to go. So I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here. I'm sure you have thousands of questions. If you do, I'm sure we can set up a forum for some other time. If tonight is not that time, where we can answer some of these for you. But again, nothing's going to replace getting these products in your body. So I'm going to show you what we started with. Here's how it started. The goal is that, you know, if you could have one product in you, what would that be? Out of 2,000 different things here, what would it be? Now, you could live a month without food. You could live a week without water. You can't live 6 minutes without oxygen. We need oxygen. We need to breathe. We have this copacetic relationship with plants on our planet where they produce oxygen, we produce carbon dioxide, and we have this brilliant exchange. Now, where does it come from? Plants. What kind? Raw green plants. Grandma always said, eat your veggies, eat your vegetables. All the oxygen is in there. All the chlorophyll is in there. Everything is in there that we need to keep our body strong, to keep our body healthy, to keep it energized, to keep our blood sugar balanced, all these different things. They are all in there. So the problem is that if I had a head of raw broccoli in one hand and had a Krispy Kreme donut in this hand, usually it's the donut hand that's going to get emptied before the broccoli hand. And therein lies the human condition, right? Most people remember the first time they had wheatgrass because it's usually the last time. They go, I felt like I just licked the bottom of my soccer shoe, and that was the end of their alkaline movement. So what we wanted to do is figure out a way to make greens taste more like the donut without screwing it up. We had to keep it organic, had to keep it raw, had to keep it gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, nut-free, nightshade-free, everything free, nut-free, all the things that you know it should be, but nobody in this industry is spending the time, energy, money to do it because they don't think distributors or agents are intelligent enough to know the difference. But they are. And there's nothing here that I don't feed my family. My kids are born and raised on these products. And our first product we ever put together was right here. These are greens. Now, the world did not need one more greens product, right? You could see them everywhere. But what they needed was something that would actually taste good. When we launched this product, We beat everything in Whole Foods in a blind taste test. So we knew we had something that was good. These taste so good you could eat it right out of the container. Now, if you open up, look at it, it's going to look like it's you just emptied your lawnmower bag. But it looks that way, but it don't taste that way. But we didn't put sugar in it. We made it taste good. It took 2 different versions to get it right, but we did it. So that's what we have in here. 100% organic, made with raw greens, wheatgrass, barley grass, oatgrass, all the different greens, plus the juices as well. Not just the green powder, which you'll see in some places, but the juices. There is nothing in this industry, nobody that has what we have. You can show me everything. I get stuff every week for the last 10 years plus. People send to me, what about this MLM? What about this company? What about this product? And we point out the stuff that they didn't see under the label, behind the label, how they're cheating, what they're doing. Guys, this is what I do. This is what I do. So you're going to know when you taste it, and you really can taste it right out of your hand. So that's our greens. Now, you can't get enough greens. So for some people who don't like powders or anything, we have the same greens that are in capsules. Now, these greens are called green caps. Now, we don't have any crazy, funky names that when you look at the label needs a PhD education to know what it is. Greens. What's in it? Greens. That's what's in it. That's simple. These are greens and capsules, so we call them green caps. Now, the difference here, this is the pure form of the greens. There's nothing in here that actually makes it taste good. So if you actually want to see what it really tastes like without doing anything to make it taste good, you open it up and taste it, and then you'll quickly close it again. But my kids take these when they don't want to eat vegetables when we're out. This always beats everything else. If you want energy besides just pumping yourself up with garbage, you can use greens all the time. So because we can't get enough greens, we have greens as a backup here too. And you'll see in different packs that we have, some have the green, some have the green caps, okay? So with the greens and the powder, we created our Life by Seacret shake. This is vanilla. We got a chocolate one here. Imagine, looks the same way. Very cool label. So you can see there's like a trifecta effect here. Here you can see the actual ingredients, what they look like. This is what the powder looks like. And this is what it looks like when you mix it up. Hopefully you're not spraying it all over your kitchen like that, but that's just for effect. So again, 100% organic, not 99, 100% organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. You may or may not know that those things are important. Those things are vital. Those things are vital for human health. We can spend an hour talking about all these graphic examples of what happens to humans from eating these things, and we're going to eat them anyway because we do, right? We're a travel company, we travel around the world, some of the best foods in the world. We're not going to eat them. The saying, though, is if you do the crime, you got to do the time. If you're going to go and travel to, Italy and you're going to eat the pizza, if you're going to go to, Korea and drink the soju, whatever you're going to do, you need something to balance it out. So we want to make sure everybody has a good meal. So again, beat everything in Whole Foods in a blind taste test. Tastes so good you can eat it right out of the container. You can put in your pancakes. You can make popsicles for the kids with it. There's so many different things you can do. It's designed to perfectly dissolve in water. You can make fancy things out of it with your blender, or you can just add it. You can add your shake and greens together, mix it up. So simple. Now, two biggest things that are important to human beings, time and money. Time and money. They are the most important things. Really, health is, but again, they don't appreciate that till it's gone. So, shake and greens. You can mix these two things up and drink them faster than you can get your kids through or your family through the drive-through at a McDonald's, wherever you eat. Doesn't matter. Hopefully it's not a McDonald's, but sometimes we do. It could be an In-N-Out if you're in California. Something. We're going to go through, sometimes you're in a rush, whatever it is. So we give people their time back. How do you think Uber and Lyft got so big? They got so big is because they got people their time back. That's what they did. So shake and greens, fast when you get, we've timed it. Less than the price of your venti mocha at the Starbucks, less than your $5 footlong. So you don't have the financial pushback. Everyone can afford it. It's the healthiest, cheapest meal. 120 calories in the shake. Nothing, 22 grams of protein. So that's step one. We have we started and launched with a 4-product, 3-step program called Health Made Simple. If it's not simple, people aren't going to do it. When you're exposing anybody, whether you're exposing them to travel, you're exposing them to skincare, you're exposing them to nutrition, everyone's brain's saying the same 4 words. You know what they are? Can I do this? That's what they're doing. Doesn't matter what you're saying. They're just going, can I do this? Can I do it? Can I do it? Right? So we made it so simple that anybody can do it. So shaking greens in the morning. Now, step 2 is this product called Recovery. What does it do? It does so many things. There's so many things that this product does. 98% of them we're not allowed to claim. You're just going to be on your own to see what molecular hydrogen does. Okay, that's what it is. It's the first ever molecular hydrogen generating tablet that you can ingest. Really, what is it? It's a selective antioxidant. We used to make other claims about them before. We're not allowed to do those anymore. Why? Not because they don't do them, because they don't let us. So you're going to see amazing things from here. We have a term called cellular fitness. You know, your body's fit, but your cells need to be fit. Are they functioning? We're all just a big group of cells. Nothing increases cellular fitness like this product called Recovery. This is the shot heard around the world in the fitness industry. You take these suckers before you exercise or work out, you will PR, meaning break your own personal record 8 to 9 out of 10 times. It blows people's mind. You take 5 of them before you lift, before you run, before you jump, before you swim, whatever your thing is, you're going to have greater output. We've actually done some studies on these on lactic acid drop. It like drops lactic acid to the floor. So when people use it, they're not sore after. When people do climbers, like real climbers that climb mountains, like summit mountains, one of the biggest problems is, excuse me, altitude sickness. Molecular hydrogen is used for altitude sickness. The problem is that most people dependent on a tablet you have to dissolve in water. Nobody has time to do that when they're up on a mountain. It's a lot easier to shove a tablet in your mouth. If someone has the something called discomfort, we used to use the P word, not allowed to use that anymore. So let's just call it discomfort, which is today's neutered word in network marketing. A lot of people report that they don't have it as much or at all when they use their Recovery. You can stack this, which means you can take it throughout the day. It releases molecular hydrogen throughout your body. So when I first got here to Seacret, a company that had been 7 years of selling amazing Dead Sea skincare on kiosks around the world, plus there are another 6 or 7 years in the network marketing game, I told them that even though they didn't know much about nutrition yet, that this product would be their #1 selling product within a year, and over any skincare product, which nobody believed me. Zero. This is the #1 selling product here at Seacret. Closest thing to it is the mud soap. If you haven't used the mud soap, it's great. I use it every day. The Dead Sea mud soap. It's amazing. So this is the highest consumable product. This is in network marketing. They say you need a hero product under $50. This is it. It's a wow product. Seacret has the 5 wows, which is 5 different skincare products or products in that world. If you use them or use them with somebody, they're going to go, wow. And that's why they call them the 5 wows. I have officially called this the 6th wow because people are going to take it and 9 out of 10 times you're going to feel it right away. It works right away. Great thing. It releases molecular hydrogen nanobubbles to get absorbed within seconds. So even if you had no stomach, if you had a colostomy bag, even if you had absorption problems, even if you were the sickest of sick, just as soon as you have it in your mouth, it's releasing. So much more to be said about this. You can really geek out on molecular hydrogen. I called it Recovery. Why? Because when people say, what does it do? I say, it helps you recover. And they say, from what? And I say, I don't know. What do you need to recover from? It allows me to quickly create enough curiosity without making a medical claim to make them take it. So I'll know, because I've given this to tens of thousands, probably 100,000 people by now, people with amazing things happening with their health. So this thing's been around the world and back. Once you realize that this is probably one of the, if not the most unique thing that exists here at Seacret. And that's Recovery. So that's step 2. So I have my shaking greens in the morning and my Recovery during the day. I might take 3 of them. I might take 3 later. I might take 3 another time. I'm going to play hockey after this tonight. Ice hockey, so I'm probably going to take, actually I'm going to take more. But I'm going to take a lot. So, because the guys I play with are half my age. So that's a Recovery. Step 3 is this thing called boosters. Now, recently it had an A on it. Now it's got a B on it. It used to be called alkaline booster. In Korea, they don't like the word alkaline anymore. So here we go. Tell us the rules and we'll change them. So now it's just got a B on it. We call it booster. It boosts your alkalinity. That's what it does. These are alkaline minerals. That's what these are. Now, this one's the only one that needs a little instruction, but it's not a lot. You either take them between meals or before you go to bed. So remember, B, bedtime. B, bedtime. Just noticed I never said that before. That actually works. So take them before you go to bed. Now, why is this famous? Because we live stressful lives. We eat crazy food throughout our day. They're very acidic. If we become too acidic, we have to do something with that acid. We have to get out of our bloodstream. We store acid as fat. We put acid in our joints. We have all these different issues that come from over acidic diet. So these alkaline boosters are designed to balance that out. What does it do for you? Well, most people report they have the best night's sleep of their life when they take it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but sleep deprivation is the #1 form of torture in the world. It's how the enemy gets you to talk. They keep you up. It's worse than waterboarding. It's worse than torture, sleep deprivation. So if you're not sleeping, you're not healing. Now, there's nothing in here to make you sleep. There's no melatonin. There's no valerian. There's no things to knock you out. It's not about that. When you're too acidic, it's like sleeping with the lights on. You can't do it. You just can't do it. So it kind of, alkaline minerals calm the system. It moves you from a sympathetic overload to a parasympathetic relaxation mode so your body heals. Now, that being said, you can take it between meals. We have a lot of professional NHL hockey players that take this product. Their coaches actually give it to them in the morning before their skate because it's such an anaerobic sport, skating and hockey, that they get too acidic from the sport, so it calms them down and they're not eating right before they skate anyway, so they do that. But 99% of the rest of the company take it before you go to bed. Now, one more thing about this product. Although I told you this guy, the recovery with the R, is #1 selling product here, arguably in this world venture community, this could be the #1 selling product. This is famous around the world for something you'll never read or see on the website, but we're on the Zoom, so I'll share it with you. The college students petition us every year to change the name of it to Hangover Helper, saying that they would sell 10x the amount if we would just change the name to Hangover Helper, because it turns out when you drink alcohol, it turns to acid. But if you drink your take your alkaline booster, you can get up in the morning like you never drank the night before. Now, we don't promote that anywhere because we're a health company, not an alcohol consumption company. We're not trying to get people to drink more. That being said, arguably maybe if we do the market research, the #1 reason people actually take this product, even though it does so many great things for your sleep and for your health and your healing and balancing out all the acid. Definitely from our diets, definitely from our stress level, they're all acidic. The Asian population has figured this out. I don't know if you know, but half the planet is Asian of some descent. Half of that group is has this thing called Asian flush or Asian glow. Some of you may have this. If you have a sip of alcohol, it doesn't matter if it's beer, wine, sake, champagne, soju, whatever, you're going to have a red flushing reaction. It looks like you're having an allergic reaction. Some people get it so bad they get sick and vomit. Such a proud culture. Can't have a sip of champagne at their daughter's wedding, a beer with a friend, sip of wine on a date, nothing. Now with their alkaline booster, 8 out of 10 of them gone, doesn't have it. So you talk about a market. This is quite a market for that. And Seacret is huge in Korea and has been, and this is one of the reasons. So four products, 3 steps. Shake and greens in the morning, and then recovery during the day, boosters at night. Now, I'm going to share with you a couple of quick things. I don't know if I'm running over the time we have, but I want to make sure you guys get all the information that you have about what you need to have and whatever questions we can deal with after that. So as I traveled around the world for 7.2 originally, which is now Seacret, the #1 testimonial wasn't all these other great things. 7 out of 10 testimonials were weight loss. Now, we didn't have a weight loss program. It wasn't ever designed to be a weight loss program. It was designed to be a get you healthy program. That was it. Now, I don't know if you know this, but if you're healthy, you're not obese. If you're obese, you're not healthy. So if you're trying to just lose weight, it's going to find you again. So it never, ever, 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 ever works long-term to lose weight. What works is getting healthy and letting go of weight. That's different. You let go of something, it's not going to come back. But if you lose it, you'll find it. Trust me, you will. People do. We all do. So Turns out when you eat alkaline foods, your body emulsifies fat better and is better able to release it. When you eat acidic foods, your body goes into stress, fight or flight, and it has to store acid as fat. Fat is where you get 9 calories of energy from. Protein and carbs, you only get 4. I got to store fat if I'm running from the saber-tooth tiger because I don't know what I'm going to eat again. That primitive reflex is still there. It is still there. So that's why you don't see 400-pound people waddling outside the Whole Foods, but you see them going through a drive-through. You do. The difference is the diet and daily choices you make every single day. You can eat amazingly, but if you're stressed out of your mind, you'll still store that acid as fat. So the same thing, if you move your body to an alkaline state, it's going to change. Now, that being said, as I travel around the country, 8 out of 10 people had the great results. 2 out of 10, like you see, didn't. So it's so frustrating. I interview people. I go, why? What happened? They go, I do my shaking greens in the morning. I do it again at lunch, and they're supposed to eat a healthy meal, right? That's what we call the weight loss made simple program. It's exactly the same. You just have an extra shaking greens. You're going to speed up that weight management we're allowed to talk. That's the new word, right? So the reality was, though, if your day was too stressful and you got home, by the time you get home, you were salt deficient. Now, a lot of people think salt's bad. Yes, table salt's bad. But if you have, like, behind these big rock somewhere, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like Himalayan crystal salt, Celtic salt, have 72 minerals, 84 minerals, not just sodium chloride. Your body becomes salt deficient. So what do? You crave salt. If you're stressed, your adrenals get depleted, you crave salt. Now, do you end up getting some salt or an electrolyte drink? No, you don't. You raid the cabinet, right, for pretzels and chips and salsa and popcorn and everything that's fattening with salt on it, right? So that's what happens. The next thing is, if I went too long without eating, if I went 5 or 6 hours without eating, my blood sugar drops. My blood sugar drops. What do? I'm craving sugar. I need it right away. So what do? Do I eat an apple? No, that would make too much sense. I actually raid the fridge, and out comes the cookies, the candy, the cake, the pie, the ice cream, all of it. And then I undo everything I did at breakfast and lunch, and that's why these people were not getting the result. So we created another product here called Curb. Curb. What does it do? Curbs your cravings. That's what it does. Now, it does a lot. If you look at the ingredients in here, it does about 20 different things. I could claim 2. Curb to cravings. Actually, technically that's 1. No, crave 2 for sugar and salt. Now, if you know this, ice cream fans, you probably do. Why is this the number 1 selling ice cream is what? Salted caramel ice cream. Why? Because it's got sugar and salt in the same thing. It's hitting both of your addictions and deficiencies at the same time, giving you that high, giving you that body fat, but made you feel good for the moment and sure is yummy. So again, if you do the crime, do the time, make sure you're taking your boosters before bed. So that was a curb. We take the curb, you take them before you eat, and you're able to curb those cravings. So not everybody's going to get their way to a rock body if they don't control all this stuff, or their dream body, huh, Travis? So listen, guys, if you're following Travis or see what he's done or how he's transformed the Brit and all the different people that have worked with them, you couldn't. There's nothing. There is nobody's. I'll put this whole freaking multi-million-dollar office up against anybody's anything and the results. We'll run it against anyone's program. Trust me, we're going to do it. Travis and I are going to do it. We're going to do it. We'll put content together. We'll put all kinds of different social media stuff together. We're just going to create the craze. This is a good looking group, but it's about to get better looking and healthier. So what's next? Next is we all eat food. When we eat food, what do? We cook the food. Now, everyone has one friend out of 50 that's a raw foodist. Some of them are a little extreme. They're a little thin. They look a little cold and they smell like sprouts, but they're super healthy, not necessarily fat, but they're super healthy because they're not cooking their foods. Their body's electrical. It's vibrating. It's on fire because it's enzyme rich. When you cook your foods above 118 degrees or 40 some odd degrees Celsius, you destroy the enzymes that God and nature put them there. Those enzymes are supposed to be there to digest it. If you don't have the enzymes, things start to slow down and you sludge up. I'm across the street from John Wayne Airport right now in Orange County, California. John Wayne, when he died, had over 55 pounds of undigested fecal matter in his colon as he died from colon cancer. That's like a 10-year-old worth of crap just caked inside his intestines. What do you do when your sink gets stopped up? You get Drano or liquid plumber or something like that, pour it down the sink, and it desludges it. What is in those products? Enzymes. Not the same enzymes, so do not go drinking that stuff. Dr. Cohn said drink liquid plumber. No, he didn't. So do not do that. It's an analogy, okay? These are digestive enzymes. This is a D called Digestex. So when you get home late at night, as long as you know the alphabet, you will not mix them up, no matter how much you've had to drink. So D is for Digestex. Every naturopath in the world has a mantra called death begins in the colon. If you're garbage in, garbage out, half people are all worried about what they're eating. You should be worried full of it. You're rotting from the inside out. You take these when you eat, they help you digest the food. There are other enzymes on the market, but not all in ones. This is an all-in-one. This is enzymes in here for gluten, dairy, soy, plants, proteins, carbs, and fat. Most people don't do it because it costs too much money to do it. We did it. Now, there's no hydrochloric acid in it, so I wanted people to still be able to open up the capsule if they wanted to and give it to somebody who can't swallow a capsule or somebody that was younger. So if you eat a boatload of cow or something like that, you might need to add that. But the other reason too is all our products are plant-based. They are 100% animal-free. So there's no animals in any of these products or animal byproducts or any of that. That is our Digestex. Now, we created another product here. This is called HydroFX. Because molecular hydrogen is so big, with recovery, when you take recovery, it lasts about 3 to 4 hours in your system, so people take it throughout the day. This one's longer lasting. Recovery comes from a special kind of magnesium that carries it. This comes from coral calcium, which carries this hydrogen. This will last 12 hours in your system and slow releases. So for athletes, they take this more. For people for long-term health, they take this more. I take them both because they overlap. Okay, so this will last about 12 hours in your system. If you don't know how important molecular hydrogen is, ask any of your friends who sell those very expensive alkaline water units, because when it makes electrolysis, after they spend $6,000 on it, when it goes through electrolysis and releases what they call alkaline water, what it really releases that helps get those miracles they claim is the molecular hydrogen that's released. The problem is that it dissipates really quick. So these overlap. So we also have our HydroFX. There are some countries, because this is such a new concept, they do not have recovery in those countries. Australia is one of them right now. So we have this. All this technology comes out of Japan originally. This is the original Japanese version of it. So this is what they have in Seacret, Japan. Now, I wanted to show you our newest product, which is the most timely product, called Immunex. It came out 2 weeks ago. But we are completely sold out of my clinic, and I had no idea. I just got here, and they not only there's the shelf, everything off the shelves. Guys, I have thousands of products, thousands. And but they took my display product, bastards, right? So my staff raided my last bottle of Immunex. But trust me when I tell you, it looks a lot like this, except it's got an I on it. I, like the letter I, and it says Immunex. Immunex. Now, Immunex, it's very sensitive times because a lot of people are scared about what they perceive is going on in the world. They're apparently forgetting that they have an immune system and it was built to play. And if, like anything else in the world, if you feed your body, it will perform the way it was designed. I don't know if you remember before 9 months ago, but if someone got sick, like in your kid's classroom, all 32 out of 32 kids never, ever got sick. Some people had an immune system was functioning better than others, and others didn't. Those got sick, needed something to help them not get sick. Now, stress makes us sick. There's a lot of different things. Our diet, things about our body. Our genetics really make up less than 2% of it. So it's really what we do on a daily basis. So we have a product called Immunex. Trust me when I tell you, we call it the power of 10. It's got 10 special ingredients in it that are thousands of years old. They're not like, oh, try this. This just came out. No, they've been used for thousands of years to keep the species around, okay? So things from traditional Chinese medicine, like specific herbs and mushrooms, things from Ayurvedic Indian medicine that have been around for thousands of years, American herbs that have been used forever, nutrients, the number one, the highest absorbable, longest lasting form of zinc, all in one, in an easy to swallow capsule that anybody can take. So you can imagine if there's one product we're not allowed to make claims about in this very weird, bizarre political climate, it would be that. But I would, again, have you read the label, look at what's in there, look it up and go, oh my goodness. Because normally I'd have to give people between 3 to 10 different products to get them all that they have now in one, in a uniquely designed way to synergistically work to, here it comes, the only thing we're allowed to say, support your immune system. Not allowed to say to even boost your immune system. Support your immune system. So that's what it does. Does a lot more, but it's at least supporting your immune system. So that rounds out our Life by Seacret program. We have some other products in the queue that are coming out that I'm sure you'll love, geek out on, and bring. And so really looking forward to locking arms with everybody, the world getting a hold of itself so we could all be together in the same room, give each other hugs, high fives, and all the things that make humans normal and all of that. So in the meantime, we will optimize Zoom and all of its all the virtual things that are available and take them to the next level and create this experience as best we can. And we're going to have a lot of fun, and because it's not worth it if it ain't fun. If it ain't fun, I ain't doing it. It's always been fun. I know if you know Travis and Britt, it's all about travel, fun, experience, and life's too short to be frowning about anything or being upset with anybody else about anything. This is the most unifying profession, network marketing, that I've ever seen in the world, where people of every single difference that everyone fights about right now comes together, works on the same team. And even though on TV or outside your door, you can see warring classes or political parties, when they're in something, you're all in the same group, the same team, building a group, all that seems to just melt away. You know, I remember traveling to, I think it was Singapore, and doing a lecture in Singapore and watching how somebody from Israel, and it was being interpreted in like 30-something different languages. It was a different company. And I watched, it was someone from Israel introduce his new rank advancement guy who crushed it, who was Palestinian. And listen, you don't have to be sleeping on the rock to know that those two camps don't usually get along very well. But these guys were high-fiving each other about how they built this team in this company. And I'm like, wow. You did, like, hundreds of years, thousands of years could have bring these two groups together. But MLM sure as heck did in this moment. So guys, the world needs what we have. The world needs us to be together. They need to see families to be together. They need to see things like companies come together for the greater good and know that it's not about us. It's about the people that don't know about us yet. I'll leave you with this, is that people take a knee in prayer tonight, hoping someone somewhere will share with them something that will help a friend, a family, a loved one, somebody with a health challenge that they have. And for, hundreds of thousands of people, these products have been that. But there's many people that are still out there asking, hoping, praying that someone like yourself is going to share it with them. And it doesn't matter how much time and energy I spend putting these together, bringing them to the world. It's good people like yourself that really get it in people's hands, that share those hugs, those high fives and tears with people as they see them get their health back when they thought they lost all hope. And if there's one thing we sell better than anything else, it's hope. And this industry does it.